2, 1. Yo, yo, yo. What's up? Another episode of Power Hour. Tonight we got three people I don't think that have ever been on it. We got Sam, Ryan, and Zach. How we doing tonight, fellas?
Doing pretty good. Definitely glad to be here.
Doing good.
Yep. Zach's on his iPad, so he might come in a little shaky. But all right, let's get into it. Tonight we're just gonna talk about some shit going around the world. Last week, Kanye and Kim announced their divorce. Some crazy shit came out about Kanye and Jeffree Star. Today, Kim was like crying about it, and like Jeffree Star denied it. But supposedly, I was listening to this podcast, and they were talking about how like it's a known thing that Kanye fucks gay fashion designers. Like that's been a known thing for like 10 years. So like I don't really know. Like this is, I mean, Hollywood's fucked up. I think we all know that. But like, I don't know. And the person was saying too, which kind of makes sense. Like Kanye's like a super like I can't. He said like his daughters couldn't wear makeup or something like that. And then he said like he does all this like religious shit. Then he says he just supports Trump, who's like definitely on the side of not like gay rights and stuff like that. So like everything he does, you would think would be against this. I mean, it could be just a coping mechanism that he is actually just gay, but like, I don't. What do you guys? This is just like a weird fucking topic.
He's definitely a weird dude, man. He's like, I know he doesn't let his daughters like wear like multiple colors. It's like solid colors only.
Yeah.
And like I don't know, like he's always been like that, but like from what I've heard, like it's not true because they say that like this little article like I'm reading right now says like some TikToker named Ava Louise is the one who started it on some like BS, but like I don't know, man.
She's the chick who I don't know if you remember, but
he does like only he's been like exposing like famous people that she's hooking up with.
Yeah.
No. That's not her.
It's the same chick that
this chick is the chick who, when COVID started, she did the coronavirus challenge and she was going around airports licking toilets. That's this chick.
That's sort of man.
So like she
says
no, you can't. But and then Jeffree Star today denied it. But the person who said the thing about Kanye fucking fashion designers was like it was either Courtney's manager or assistant or whatchamacallit,
Chloe.
No, the mom, Chris. It was either like her manager or something like that. She said that's like a known thing in the family too. So like maybe this situation isn't necessarily true, but like I mean I'm sure it's happened then. Like because it's like multiple people.
This is how they turn brothers. They would tell you, I hope Travis will be doing this.
Oh, right. That's
we can't lose Travis, man. We lost Kanye a long time ago. We can't lose Travis.
I feel like though, like wait, hold on one second. You guys talk real quick. Hold on one second.
This is definitely something that Kanye, like, I could see Kanye doing because if in the past like decade, like, well, basically a couple years, and we've seen Kanye go from like ever since he started, like, when he designed the Louis bags, like that's when he got way into his head, like, yeah, I designed these Louis bags, and then he got into getting his Yeezys freaking signed by Nike, and Nike was like, bro, we're not trying to deal with you, bro. Like,
well, those foam shoes, what is it? The foam shoes he's trying to release? Have you seen those?
Yeah.
They're
like space
those look so stupid.
The what?
The like foam shoes he's gonna release.
Yeah, but the thing is they're gonna sell out in 5 fucking
they're gonna
minutes,
be
so
exactly.
But it's wild
only because he has Asian kids who like freaking get paid like who like parents get six plus figures.
Yeah,
buy random designer stuff. I'll never buy those shoes, even if I had that kind of money. Like,
hell no.
But I have a coworker who sells Yeezy. Like he'll buy Yeezys when they first come out, and then he'll like keep them for like a couple years. Yeah,
but it's like okay. Back to this whole thing though. It's for me though. It's like, bro. Like I think it just is that thing where like people were going crazy, but also like it's Hollywood, man. Anything fucking goes. Like
I'll believe it. If you think about it, bro, think about it, because like a lot of fashion designers, bro, like if a lot of them don't go like starting the business like being like, you know, like, no offense, I hate to say I call podcast, but like being like homosexual, but that it kind of goes down the line, like you're around like females or guys, and you're constantly talking about makeup, clothes. And you spend all your day talking about basically like the feminine side of like clothing and fashion. So like I can feel like maybe like those kind of feelings can develop, and you might think that's okay because, you know, it's it's art, bro. I don't know, man, but I can see that kind of stuff happening in Hollywood, bro. And I won't be surprised, bro. I will not be surprised.
I agree. I am not surprised at all. When it came out, it was kind of like, oh damn, that's kind of weird. But then it was like thinking about it, it's like, oh, that makes sense. I mean,
he's been acting weird for like 5 to 10 years now.
It's just like, honestly, the only thing I hope is like he didn't hook up with Jeffree Star, because I can't stand him. But like her, I don't know what you call Jeffree Star right now.
I mean, bro, we live in a world where like dudes can sell cosmetic makeup now, bro. So like, I feel like anything's possible in Hollywood, bro.
Bro,
who's the other person that does it?
James Charles. They make like 25 million a year off fucking makeup. So good for them, I guess.
But the thing is though, but some of these dudes, but like you'll hear like those allegations where like they're like messaging like 16-year-olds and like 17.
That's what happened to James Charles. Is he like 14, 15-year-olds, and then Jeffree Star. If this is true, this is like his third marriage he's broken up in the past year. So I mean, there was this dude who was like playing overseas basketball. He like left his wife and kids to go like basically be Jeffree Star's bitch. But like, I don't know.
How old is Jeffree Star?
He's probably mid. He looks
old.
Yeah, he looks.
Hey man, he gets paid.
He makes a fuck ton of money. I know.
Bro, he gets paid, man. He's one of the most listened YouTubers.
But someone else was saying too, like I was listening in this podcast, they were talking about it. Like he got kind of canceled for a little bit. I don't know what he did or why, but he was canceled for a little bit. And this is like the last thing to come out to kind of put him back in like the spotlight ish, you know?
That is true. He was canceled for like a whole it was actually a while he was canceled for it.
Yeah, so this is like his perfect time to kind of creep back into the spotlight. I mean, shit, it's Kanye and Kim. This is like the biggest divorce in terms of like people who
we all saw it coming.
Oh yeah, but it's like do we really care? No, but every fucking person is gonna talk about this shit.
No, everybody saw it coming.
Was the Jeffree Star situation the stem of their the whole divorce, or is this?
No, I think he like it added for a while. It was like fuel to the fire, but like they've been talking about divorcing for a while because, dude, if you watch the interviews they were at, like you could just tell, bro, like they weren't together anymore, like just because like they love each other. They're together because they were in the spotlight and people didn't want to be like, oh, here's another marriage about to. But we all knew like the interview where Kanye's sitting there and he's like, yeah, we got like this $1 million whatever dollar pool, and then Kim's like, I never used a pool, and Kanye, you can tell Kanye's like, you never used a pool. And I'm just like, bro, that's the kind of man, because you can tell Kanye's kind of crazy, but at the same time, he just can't deal with that kind of like stuff, bro. He's like, wait, and he's like, oh my god, can you believe we don't got a jacuzzi?
Yeah, they have like definitely different outlooks on life, but supposedly, yeah, they've been divorced for a little bit, but I mean, this is like they just the divorces keep rolling in for the Kardashians. Good for them. Like,
man, bro. As long as they don't sue Travis Scott, man, we can't lose him.
He's never gotten married, luckily for him, so he's stayed out of that. But I mean, honestly, I wouldn't be shocked if you lose him too. You fell in that trap. Like, fuck. I mean, Devin Booker. Hopefully, he has a good year. He was fucking Kendall for a little bit. He might suck now.
Look what happened to Blake Griffin.
I know Blake Griffin.
Wasn't Kyle Kuzma with Kendall at one point too?
No, I mean they hung out. They hung out like once, but like Kyle Kuzma sucked before and he sucks now. So
didn't Devin Booker also get with that like one chick that like said she hooked up with like 9 Suns players?
Yeah, he was part of the 9. He was one of the 9. Yeah. He was one of the.
He was the first one that went in there. What are you talking
about? Hell yeah! There's no way Devin Booker's going in there in second, third, fourth, or like he's the first one in there.
That's definitely going in there. He's the reason he's probably there.
That's the alpha dog. Yeah, that's the alpha dog in the room. But I mean, her best friend, that chick's best friend, Selena Powell. She's like spilling a bunch of tea. She like has been fucking Bryce Hall. So like, this shit's just.
See, like this is why if I was a famous man, like one thing I'll never do is like have any kind of relations with like any type of like other like celebrity. I couldn't.
But that's another thing though, is why a lot of this shit with Kanye staying underneath the surface is because you have to sign a fucking NDA after or before you do anything. So like, there's this dude who's a TikToker who like now he could make all this up and he could fucking Photoshop all this shit, but he's like kind of like a Jeffree Star person, and like he said that he hooked up or without completely saying it, he said he hooked up with Kanye. Bunch of pictures surfaced of them at like the safe parties, blah blah blah. Like you can't come out and say it, so maybe Jeffree Star's in the same situation. But like, I don't know, man. It's just fucking weird, man. Like, we got better things to worry about than this, and this is all.
They probably just be bored, bro. They be bored, like, because they got all the money in the world, bro. So they be into weird shit. You know, they gotta happen to weird.
They are, dude. Rich people are into weird fucking shit. That's
weird fetishes, man.
That's for sure. But
imagine.
All right, moving on. Speaking of stuff, so everyone knows Capitol got rushed. We're not going to get into that part of this, but one of the ringleaders of the Capitol getting rushed, this fucking dude, I don't know, he had like, what was it, bear skin or something?
Yeah, like the bear head.
Yeah, this dude who thought he was a badass. He lived. I think it came out. He lives in his mom's basement too. He's like 37 or something like that, and his mom is worried because he is not eating because the jail food is not organic food. I mean, like, this is such a 2021 title. Like,
if he don't get,
like, bro, this is just so like this dude is in animal skin rushing the Capitol, and he won't eat jail food because it's not organic. Like, this is
it's 2021. Are we surprised by this?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is such a 2021 headline. Like, dude who MMA fights and also lives at home, wears bear skin, doesn't eat non-organic food. Like, what are we doing? Like, oh, I hope he fucking doesn't eat, man. Like, I really hope he doesn't eat ever. Like, they should.
I don't get. You're in jail. How'd you look like? You serious? You're not gonna eat? I mean,
it's not my problem.
Bro, like,
but also,
you're not gonna go to Whole Foods.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, the dude should look at him and say, "You're in fucking jail. What'd you expect, Ruth Chris? Like, you're in jail."
Oh, sorry. Let me get your hummus real quick from the diner.
It's absurd, but yeah, I just thought that was a fucking wild thing to talk about.
Actually, before we move on, in relation to that subject, I do have to say though, it's fried though that the fact that there's literally like videos of all these people's faces, and I mean faces, and they can't. And the FBI says we can't find none of them. All right, that's all I had to say. That's fried.
Did you see the one where the kid exposed his own uncle and he was like, "Yeah, get fucked."
No, they're starting to catch him now. The problem is
this kid's own family member was like, "Remember when you said
I got right now is like half the police officers and shit are getting investigated, so they can't investigate the people who were rushing it. So like that's like their problem they're running into right now because they're trying to arrest the cops that were like supposedly behind it too. But like they've gotten a decent amount now. I mean, this is going to go on for like 3 months because there's so many people that they're just going to continue to find these people at their and arrest them.
That kid told his uncle, "That's hilarious. Hey, yo, remember when you broke my PS4?
Was like,
yeah. See you later."
Yeah.
I mean, how many of those people are going to get charged for murder though? Because like,
what's up?
No one died though, other than that one lady.
No, people. There was an officer that died. They got hit in the head with like a fire extinguisher.
Yeah, a cop died, a lady died, and then like let's say like all four.
Okay, that lady had. Okay, I'm not saying like in terms of.
Nah, like, don't defend her. She had it coming.
Like, yeah, she's an idiot for what she was trying to do.
The dude was scared, bro.
I get she served. I get she was like a veteran, but like she was an idiot.
Yeah,
the dude did the right thing by shooting her.
They won't arrest anyone for murder because they just passed that law. Like what they did is like basically a fucking federal offense, so they don't have to charge anything.
Basically, bro, what they did was literally terrorism, bro. Like
no, I know, but I'm saying like over the summer when everything goes getting burned down, they passed that law that like doing that shit is now like a federal offense. Before it was not. So like what they did now, they don't even have to charge them with murder because they can just charge them with what they have them for. Because trying to charge any of these people with murder, they'll just go through trial.
That'd be a lot of work.
And it'll take years and years and years. When you have these guys on camera for something that you can get them for already, they're just charging with that right away. So like, I mean, it's gonna take a while too, just because of fucking a shit ton of people. But like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know why these people like. I get they're anti-maskers, but like, I mean, this is like the one spot I think you should cover up your face.
Yeah, you'd think.
Like right here, if you cover up your face, you're probably not getting caught because you're not going to get found on the camera because they're going to get the people who are not wearing them, which was 100% of the people. So if you're that one person with a fucking mask on, you're probably not getting caught.
Did you watch the videos where people were climbing up the wall and then like they would fall down, but they did the voiceover of like the WWE and they're like from the top rope?
That's hilarious. There's that video though where the cops are actually like letting them in, like where they open.
That's what I'm saying. Like they're
Yeah.
investigating all those cops right now, so like that's what's holding up a good.
It's all
amount.
it's so yeah, it's all messed
It's gonna
up.
take fucking forever. It's all fucked.
The memes that were released that day were wild.
Man, dude, the cop memes like the cops at the Capitol. Oh, dude, those are hilarious.
There's like it was like this is a security at the Capitol. It was a Cheeto over a door lock.
Yeah, it was like the security at the Capitol, and it was that one Bills security guy where he's just patting him down like that, and like, bro, there's some funny shit coming.
The best one I've seen is when the dude walks in the water and he's like, "Hey, no water in here." He's like, "But they just walked in with guns."
Yeah.
They're criminals.
Yeah.
The bar You see the bar school tweet? They're like, "What's better than the Capitol security is the guy that snuck into the Notre Dame stadium."
Oh yeah.
As an usher.
Yeah. Fuck, man. I mean, Notre Dame ushers are stricter if you get drunk than the Capitol.
Oh, they're so bad
for sure. But
yeah, but all the Notre Dame ushers are also like 80 plus.
I know, dude. But they smell liquor the moment it's opened up. If you sneak in there,
they scream run.
But all right, let's move on. Last night, national championship game, Bama rolled Ohio State. We were talking a little bit before it. I don't know how. I know Ryan said he expected it. I don't know how everyone else felt. I kind of expected it too. I just think it was like last year with LSU. No matter who Bama was going to play, they were going to beat them and do whatever they wanted. They're just the best team in the country. And honestly, I'm gonna say this, and then we can talk about it. I was so against expanding the playoffs, but I think they should to 8 teams, just because you'll have more exciting games at least to watch. Like everyone knows that fucking the best team's gonna win, and like it's gonna be Bama, Clemson, or whatever, you know. And but the thing is like, why not expand it and we can get a few more better games, I guess. Like there's no point to keep it like this because like the best team still wins. Yes, that's still going to be the case, but like let's just expand it.
It was released today. Out of the 21 games and played in the playoffs or whatever, 17 of the 21 have been won by Ohio State, Clemson, or Bama, and 14 of the 21 are by Bama and Clemson.
This just gets boring. It's just boring.
I mean, I think what expanding the playoff, I think I would be for it, just for the off chance that like maybe you get like an upset.
Well, and you get more bowl games that matter. Like if you're a senior and you're projected a first round pick and you're playing in the Citrus Bowl, those kids now are opting out of their bowl game because that bowl game literally means nothing. Like unless you're coming back to school, a lot of big time players are sitting out.
I don't think.
I also don't think, like, if we're using the Citrus Bowl as an example, I don't think the Citrus Bowl winner would be the 8th team.
What do you mean?
I was just saying, for example, like you could have a kid going in the first round, top 10. He's playing in the Citrus Bowl, but he's not going to play in that game. Like Kyle Trask didn't have to play in his bowl game, and he did. Right. I mean, look at Florida. They're all their whole receiver set out. North Carolina, their 2 running backs, their best receiver set out. Like those were big bowl games.
I don't think you will get a chance of an upset because, like, I would say every year since the playoffs have started, like, the best team has won. I don't think we're going to get an upset, but, like, at least you get 3 more games that are going to be interesting to watch. Like, that's really all it comes down to. And then I agree with the bowl thing because, like, right now you have every year, whatever SEC team does not make the playoffs does not give a single shit about their bowl game. Georgia had a shit ton of guys opt out. They still won, yes, but they had a shit ton of guys opt out. And then whatchamacallit, Florida, they had so many people opt out. So it's like I just think it will it will help the overall situation, I guess. Plus, like, it gives, I guess, teams more of a chance to like recruit as if like, hey, you can still make the playoffs coming to here, where like now it's like I don't know. I just feel like no one really has like it's tough because Bama dominates it or like LSU dominated it last year and it's like 4 teams is 4 teams. 8 teams, yeah, it's just more football, more money. Like it gives like a Cincinnati, I guess, a chance to make it, even though we know they're not going to fucking win. Like we know they're not going to win. But
like next year, you can already clock in Ohio State, Clemson, and Bama is probably 3 teams that are going to get into the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully, like probably.
I don't. And then you sprinkle in the 4 team, whether it's Oklahoma, Notre Dame. Maybe if the Pac-12 could get a pulse anytime soon.
No, the Pac-12 sucks.
If Oklahoma doesn't make the playoffs next year, Lincoln Riley's got to go. I'll just say it right there.
Where's he gonna go?
I disagree completely. That you're
who do you
that is literally
if
like,
you want to say it about Lincoln Riley, it's the same thing about Brian Kelly.
I was just about to say that. That is literally like saying
the same argument.
Ago.
Lincoln Riley has made it more than Brian Kelly and has played in better games than Brian Kelly.
This is going to be this Oklahoma's team. That'll be their best team next year.
Yeah, but they've made the playoffs. Like they've
made the playoffs every year, but this year for Lincoln Riley.
Yeah.
And they should have won the year against Georgia. They choked late in that fourth quarter.
If you think Brian Kelly should definitely get a contract extension and you think Lincoln Riley should leave after next year, Lincoln Riley arguably has a better resume.
Done more at Oklahoma than Brian Kelly done at Notre Dame.
Yeah.
And I'm a Notre Dame fan.
I don't know. I think that we can do a whole other podcast about that.
He's at least won a New Year's Six bowl game.
Yeah.
So that's a good argument right there.
That's like that's the only thing.
He's been to more playoffs.
Yeah, but he's only been there 4 years.
He's been to
his
more
first
playoffs.
year as a coach, he went to the playoffs.
He's been to more playoffs. He's been to 3 playoffs over 2 too.
How many years have we had the playoffs? 6 years now?
Yeah, Oklahoma's been in
14.
14 was the first year because 14
that Ohio State one. That was Zeke Elliott.
That's when they were the 4 seed.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Oklahoma's made it every year but this year with Lincoln Riley as their coach. So it's 3 to 4 years. So
and I get Notre Dame's probably in the same situation because every time Oklahoma gets in, I know, Zach, you said the Georgia game, but it seems like they always get blown out. And then,
to be fair, I don't think anybody was competing with LSU in the playoff.
Yeah, but that's not an art. No. You can't make that argument and then make that argument.
I'm saying to his case was like, if you want to fire Lincoln Riley, you fire Brian Kelly.
I agree with that. Like that's.
Yeah.
I mean, they're in the same situations, and like, you know what? I think a lot of people would like. This is what I say all the time too. I think a lot of people would with Brian Kelly if he went to a playoff and got beat like Oklahoma did. I think it gives them another 4-year leeway of like maybe getting blown out. Like people just want to see them compete in a game. And even if that's going in a double overtime game, I think people take that and are okay with that. But the problem is Notre Dame hasn't done that. And they also can't win a New Year's Six bowl. So it's like, you got to do one. I don't care if you make the playoffs. Like you got to do one. Get beat by 7 fucking points in one big game. I'm talking like a playoff game. Or go to a New Year's Six bowl game and actually win it. Like they need to do that but also the whole argument of Ohio State got beat by more than Notre Dame did is such a stupid argument because Notre Dame a month ago got literally their dicks kicked in by Clemson, who Ohio State ran off the fucking football field. Notre Dame got their dicks kicked in and it could have been worse, but Trevor Lawrence, they ran the ball the entire second half. So to say that Notre Dame got beat by less by Bama, cool. We're comparing a fucking loss. Ohio State at least beat the shit out of Clemson and was clearly the second best team in football. No questions asked. So this Notre Dame's trophy that they always win every year is they just lose by a little less. We got beat by – how much did they lose by against Clemson? What was it, 31?
31 to 10 or 30 to 10, 31 to 10 and 18, I think. They lost by like 21 points.
Yeah, and the Bama then gets beat by 24. The difference – Bama wins a title in the next 2 years.
Yeah, because Bama lost, wasn't it 44-16?
Yes, but like that's such a dumb argument.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Win a playoff game and then you can make that argument. Notre Dame doesn't win anything. If they went to a playoffs and they beat their first team and then get blown out in the national championship, okay, yeah, make that argument all you want. But like you lost in the first fucking round of the playoffs. Stop making that argument. You were the first team knocked out. Who fucking cares how much you lost by? Ohio State kicked the doors into a team that you got your asses kicked by. And clearly it was a fluke that you beat them the first time because they were so banged up and didn't have Trevor Lawrence. So I just can't stand Twitter when like last night, that's all I saw with Notre Dame fans. And I'm like sitting there, I'm like, you haven't won a meaningful game in 35 fucking years. Do that and then we can argue. Now, granted, yes, I get no one can beat the Alabama, Clemsons, and Ohio States of the world. Yes, no one can. I get that. But, like, go win a New Year's Six game then. Do that. Or don't go blown out. Beat Georgia in the regular fucking season. Like, do something like that.
They play Ohio State and Clemson in 2022 in the regular season. It's going to be ugly.
Actually, I think if they played them next year, I would think but I think 2 years will be all right. They've gotten solid recruiting classes lately. And like the only thing is like I don't know who fucking is gonna play quarterback. Like if you tell me Jack Cohn, that dude's like the check down machine. So like that's not gonna get him anywhere. Like they need to
I think he's only in there in case Buchner like doesn't play as a freshman. That's what I'm thinking.
That's a tough ask for him to come in as a true freshman. They got a tough schedule. They play Cincinnati next year.
I would put my money on Jack Cohn to be the starter next year.
I agree with you on that. I think he's 100% going there to be the starter.
Because Buchner has played one season in the last 3 years.
Bro.
No, I forgot California didn't play this year.
Yeah, but in his defense, he's an early enrollee, so he'll have the spring to try to get ready.
Jack Owens probably.
We're going to pause right here. I'm going to end it because it wouldn't let me upgrade right now. So I'm going to pause right here and then send you a new one.
All righty.
All right. Peace.